Hello, all. Wondering if I should, even really do formal greetings. Most people tend to get here a bit after the fact. Oh, I never actually plugged in my headset. That could be an issue. There we go. Well. Back to it then. Last I left, I was struggling with this room. Not because of any of the... or not because of this enemy, but because of all of the ads that are in here. I really hope that my very intelligent allies don't absolutely screw this up for me. Sorry, it's so difficult to see that one. Also, I'd like to snipe the gargoyle before... oh, that's bad. I'd like to get the gargoyle before it can actually, you know, attack me of its own accord. Oh, those bodies are going wild. Nico, how'd you get... well, I don't actually remember how hurt he was entering this room. I feel like it wasn't that hurt. Oh, okay. There's a secret room back here that I remember finding early, but I don't actually think I went in here. What is this? I do hope this is a secret way up the back. Or, huh, I suppose it's just secret treasure chests? Ow. Ooh, that's a lot of grubs. I hope they didn't give me some sort of horrifying debuff. Oh, they actually attack hard. Never mind. They don't need to give me a debuff. They're strong. All on their own. Right. One of these has to be a mimic, right? Is it you? Are you the mimic? Oh. That's a surprise, honestly. Are you a mimic corpse? Yep. Don't stand on the loot, Zuma. What a literal name. They're called leapworms. Ah. That's where the, what is it? The crack in the wall empties out into. I see, I see. I'd like it if a lightning bolt didn't strike me. Right. I'm just going to, aggro the gargoyle early and get it over with. Welcome to the stream, Aaron. Okay, it flies from all the way up there. Ooh, and all the way down to the ground, I suppose. Alright, well, now's as good a time as any to, charge these skeleton mages. Come on, just one more hit. I'm doing alright. Nothing really to complain about. I've done... ooh, uh-oh. That giant looks like he's about to break free. And there I go. Oh. No, don't use a wake stone. Just let me try again from the beginning. This room is a challenge, huh? Okay. I think the best thing I can do is just blitz this room. Just absolutely run as fast as I possibly can to each skeleton mage. Even though they seem to be built to counter that. Right, you take fall damage, right? Good. Alright, and you're casting a lightning bolt. Perfect. Oh no. I can't deal with the gargoyle like this. Run away. Oh, I'm tired. I can escape this, right? No? Okay. That's literally a... There's no mash out of that, really. That seems... unfair, to say the least. Alright. You have... No, I don't have the softening agent? I swear I did, coming into this room. Oh, you know what? From down here. In the crack in the wall. Oh. Ugh. This is unfortunate. Alright. I think I just have to let it kill me. Because I can't get to the depetrifying agent in time. It's in that chest there. There I go. Oh, this room. This room is something, isn't it? No wake stone for me, thank you. I'll just do it again. I'm just trapped in an endless time loop. I guess I'll grab the depetrifying agent first. That gargoyle is no joke. Oh, alright. Okay. I've actually been fairly busy today. What is it? The room that I have been storing most of my personal items in is going to be used soon, so I have to relocate a lot of it to my current domicile. I can actually get this one from here, can't I? I spent a large portion of my morning doing that. Right. No, no, no. This gargoyle, huh? Possibly the worst aspect of this room, I feel? Yeah. Oh, there it go. Alright, please attack one of my teammates. No, 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 no. I can stop you if you attack my teammates. Alright, there we go. On the ground. Alright. With some small comfort, the gargoyle is dead. Which means there's a chance that I can actually complete this room. If I don't get exhausted. Alright, you just launched that one attack for fun? Oh, I missed my timing. I didn't see the normal flashes. Oh, you look real goofy running towards me. Can you even jump over that gap? Seems like a very immobile skeleton. Wait, can I save now? Can. That's amazing. Alright. Well then. I'm just gonna fight this thing. I don't have any other distractions. I'm pretty sure I've taken out all of the enemies. Stand up straight. They're very difficult to hit properly. But very easy to fight from range. Oh, okay. Dark buff is actually very good. That means I can drop his frame rate. Especially with this rapid shot. Come on. Zuma, you're supposed to be down on the ground, distracting him. Can't hit him when he's directly below me. Oh, okay. That was close. It doesn't seem like his armor can actually come off, unfortunately. Used the wrong skill as well. There we go. Trapped him in my frame rate loop. Alright. Up until I get tired and can't move anymore. Alright, actually, I wonder, can I get in that crack in the wall and attack him from there? Oh no. My stamina's out. Right, can you hit me in here? Because this seems like a bit of a better angle to get you from. You have a lot of armor up top, but your stomach is completely exposed from a low angle. I'm not going to back any further in because this is an experiment to see if he can hit me. Yes. The answer is yes. He can hit me through the wall. Oh. Oh no. Nico's down. Once again, Nico. My best shot at defeating this thing. Right, actually, this seems like an even better place to attack him from. Because he's too tall to get actually through here, isn't he? Looks like it. And it'll be a lot easier to actually run through to revive my dead, dumb allies. I'm probably supposed to be climbing him so that I can, you know, get his armor off. But that's not really how I work. I don't actually know what the light buff does. Dark makes things slow. Light seems to cause particle effects to come back towards me. Not entirely sure what that's about. Every now and then. Yeah, see? I just got particled. It doesn't heal me at all, I don't think. Very confusing. Oh, Zuma. You poor, poor fool. Right. Yeah, maybe I was wrong and it's actually just easiest to fight him on the ground. Especially when you have the mobility of a dagger. I really wish there was a more exposed place that I could hit him. Oh. How'd you even die over there? These swings aren't that wide, are they? Zuma, how'd you stand still for that? Welcome to being endlessly disappointed in my teammates. This is probably what I'm supposed to be doing, is climbing him when he falls over so that I can get higher quicker. Oh no. I did not jump fast enough. I don't know if you're supposed to be able to mash out of that or not. Fortunately, I have a halfway point to save at. Okay. I wonder, are you meant to jump onto his back from here? There has to be a way to get his helmet off. Right? Oh, oops. Oh, another softener. Ow. Did that hurt me grabbing onto that? I think it did. So it doesn't look like it's physically capable of taking its own helmet off, like the other ones are. Perhaps repeated attempts? Alright, just break free already. Why don't you? Oh, I did get its helmet off. Okay. That was an accident. Just crawl down, because I don't think I'd actually survive a fall from this height. Okay, that's fine. I can jump now. Alright, and just run away. Oh. I'm out of stamina regenerators. I feel like I can actually just get as high up as I need to and shoot the top of his head. Because now it's completely exposed. Oh, and get tired, of course. I don't actually remember if this is too low. I think it might be. At least Nico's still alive. That's good. Right, I'm gonna go a bit higher. I need to kill all of the skeleton mages, right? Yeah, I don't see any more. Oh, darn. No, it's too high. I can't look that far down. Give myself a neck injury. Oh, right. Gaps in the floor. This is still a Cyclops, so its eye is its weak point. Ugh, but it does not stand still. Again, from what I discovered the first time, I think this is a case of fight it on the ground, and don't try to cheat. It's just easier this way. Stand up, Zuma. Wow, you are nearly dead. I suppose that's how you, can tell. I didn't actually realize how you determined the timer for their life. Right. Happened to you? I think I actually just need to, upgrade his armor. It is terrible. If he's dying so easily, he's meant to be a tank. Come on. Point that big old peeper at me. Ooh. But don't attack me, though. Just look. No attacking. Come on. I really just likes looking into a corner, doesn't he? No, no. That's what I told you not to do, is attack. Okay. Oop. Come on, Nico. Up and at him. NPCs are really bad at determining where an enemy is attacking, aren't they? Neat! Wow. Okay, whenever he does his temper tantrum around the room like a little baby, all of my allies just die. That might be a near fatal mistake that I make in the future. This is a tricky fight. Oh, okay. Take this chance to get you up, though. I guess I'll attack the bottom of his feet. And the fire spread to his whole... Oh, just his leg. Thought it might have actually hit his whole body. That would have been quite the achievement. No attacking, just looking. Oh, okay. Well, there's its first health bar gone. Come on. No need to be that irritated. I'm just shooting your one eye. Not as if that's of critical importance to your life. Oh! Alright. I'm no longer allowed to criticize my pawns for dying. But at least I know how to get its helmet off. Snip. Come on. Oh, bit lower. Hit the leather. There we go. There we go. Actually, can I poke you in the eye? Oh, that's not where your eye is at all, is it? Down a bit lower. To the side more. I can't actually change where the camera is looking, unfortunately. So just... Oh, okay. I can't hold on to your face for some... Oh, no. It's because I'm tired. Let's try and land a charged shot on it, though. I think that was just in its forehead, unfortunately. Oh, now I'm tired. Ooh. Let's try and apply some frame drops to its feet. Oh my goodness. How did we get it so low already? That's an entire health bar gone. Are my melee attacks just that much stronger? Or did someone else do something? Took us ages to get this far last time. Or at least it's only throwing me off balance. Not actually too good at dealing damage to me. Nico, you're just taking a beating, huh? Poor guy. Right. I think I should probably just focus on his eye. Right. Get to its head so that I can poke it in the eye. Oh, no. That was the wrong button. At least I noticed my stamina in time. Now I can just shoot my normal, ineffectual arrows. And run away. I think I just might be ever so slightly underleveled for this enemy. Oh no. Did he just throw a rock? Just the tiniest little pebble. Oh! Yeah, I was at full health for that attack. I think I might be underleveled. Alright, just going to loot the area. And I think we're gonna have to leave. I don't know that there's much else I can do here, other than die miserably. Unfortunate, but, might be all I have. The Void Key's probably good enough reward anyways. That'll unlock somewhere else. Maybe we're not even intended to fight it. It is chained for a reason, I'd assume. Perhaps I'm just supposed to obtain the Void Key and leave. So they do hold quite an advantage here. Yeah, they even give me a lift stone. I'm going to take that as, almost proof that I'm not meant to, take this guy on. And I will go on living my life. See you later, Mr. Cyclops. I'm out of here. If there's one thing I can hope for, it's that those enemies stay dead, even after I load out of the area. It's not a very big hope. In fact, I wouldn't expect it at all. There's always a chance. Waist guard. Harsped sauce is always welcome. I find it odd that they gave what's probably the basic healing potion equivalent a name like Harsped sauce. What does that even mean? What is a Hearthspud? Seems like something I would have run into by now, instead of just its sauce. Oh no. I thought that was the Void Key door. Where was the Void Key door? It's been a day since I played, so, my memory is not the most acute right now. Oh. There's the broken pawn statue. Oh. No void door anywhere. I think it might have been downstairs to the side room. Oh, that was a downstairs side room. On the other side, then. Or perhaps this one. This looks like some sort of door that could use a void key. Going to assume that's what it used, even though it didn't actually tell me. Okay, there we go. Popped up on the right-hand side of the screen. That's enough confirmation for me. Hopefully, this isn't an even harder room than the Cyclops, because it assumes that you beat it. You have to say. Alright. I'll take your word for it. Is there anything to do with rift crystals besides... Yeah. Please don't, you're gross. Ow. There was another one. Stop it. Oh, how horrifying. Pop out already. Not a fan of the tiny little grubs that are more dangerous than many of the enemies that I've faced. Oh, that's another cockatrice, isn't it? Oh, you're going to breathe, aren't you? Sure are. Well, most things breathe. But, it's particularly bad if this one gets a chance to do that. I know we're fighting goblins, but, try not to die so hard. Right. Let's try clearing out these goblins. Unless these are the infinite kind. Like, that's not the case. Cockatrice is a bit easier to deal with. Oh, or it would be if I wasn't a dummy and ran down my stamina. And I can't tell if that's the goblin spawning room or if those were just goblins that hadn't joined the fray yet. I wonder if I can actually damage its wings. Feels like the only attack I have that regularly applies frame rate drops to the enemies is my multi-shot. Don't mind. A fun attack to use. Alright. I'm glad. Almost the same level as, the pawn that's been carrying me through the game now. Beaks and liquid. Right. Hello, Goblin. You two are a bit late to the party. Gonna walk away. That's not really a trap, was it? I suppose it was meant to be a trap. Hmm. Any secrets in the boxes? No. Oh, this is the... Wait. This is the same statue and formation, but there, definitely wasn't a troll here before. Let's just... see how well... Okay, it doesn't actually deal with that very well. Also, didn't seem to even notice. You okay? You need help? Wow. You get armor at low HP? Oh. Nope, I'll get it one of these times. Yeah. And I think that's a gargoyle that I just accidentally shot earlier. Accidentally used one of my very limited healing items. Not happy about that. Okay, I should probably return to the entrance soon so that I can get all of these armor chunks examined. What is this? Something, I'm sure. Check that after I've exhausted this forward area here. So I looked somewhat important. Can I make that jump? I can. Don't know about too many others. Ooh, over encumbered. Right. Oh, time to become a proverbial Santa and give out gifts to my followers. Nico, you are currently carrying the least. Would like to be carrying less. A heavy burden, but a welcome one. I should actually probably see if I could wear that. Most of this stuff actually seems like it might be pretty good. Alright, fine. I will. What's this one though? No, not quite. It'll probably be good once upgraded, but oh, I say probably, it's nearly better than what I'm wearing now. But the point is, it's not better yet. No, can't explore the rafters. No adventure for me. Oh, that's another secret there. Not a very well guarded one. I suppose the one I found wasn't either. Are you a mimic? Okay. I'm going to be paranoid that every single chest in this area is a mimic now. Especially since mimics seem to require some sort of strategy in this game. But I don't know. Oh, horsebed juice. Okay. 2 paths? Or just the one? I think this is the area that I saw earlier, right? No. Just a chest, and I didn't even attack it. Because I am a fool. Like these two skeletons were sharing a bunk. Having a very nice conversation. Look at their positioning. One was clearly telling a story. Sad. Now they're dead. I think I hear goblins. Oh. Perhaps I should be wearing my lantern. Okay. I was going to say, they weren't falling to my normal shot, but it seems my charge shot is still doing a lot of damage. Ooh, that was close. Okay. I can't see when you do that, friend. Do I need to use my charged shot? They seem to be resisting everything else. Damn it. Oh, they move fast. Two. Zuma. Looked like he just laid down because he was tired. Gnarled fingernails, my favorite crafting material. Ooh. That's a bow. It's just as good as the one I'm using. Almost exact. Oh, wait, no. It's half as good as the one that I'm using. Okay. That's unfortunate. Hmm? Bit worried about this environment. Go. Mimic? Mimic? Alchemical cloak. If I open it from the back... Okay. One of these days it'll be a mimic and my paranoia will be justified. Ah. I'm back to the courtyard. Right then. To the other path, then. So slowly. So encumbered. Ooh. Oh, is this just a dead end? Can't be. A secret. I noticed that type of ledge anywhere. It's climbable. putting me out at? Oh. Okay, it's not a secret, it's a shortcut. That's irritating. Thought I'd found something good. Not even a shortcut to anywhere that makes sense. That's the start of the level, right? But it's just a branch between there. Doesn't seem like there's too much point in that. Okay, well, judging by the purple objective marker, I'd say there's probably a boss behind this door. Let's dump some of my equipment onto my party members. Yeah. Off it goes. Really, Nico can't use that. That's a surprise. Nico, hope you like fingernails. I can't think of many people that would, honestly. If I give that to Nico, will he use it? I'd certainly hope so. Well, let's see what manner of horrifying beastie we've got. Let's actually pull out my lantern. I need to refuel you. You're running low on oil, perhaps. Cool. Oh, yes. Seems like it. I don't think those needed to be broken. Oh, okay. Second loading screen. Warrior's Respite. Oh. The healing spring, then. Magnificent. Come on, get in, you two. Let's go. Jump on in. Over here. No? I just have to, go here and use this, then. I don't actually think I mind repairing this rift stone. Ooh, that's a lot more expensive than the previous rift crystal. Or rift stone. I don't think any of the, Dragon's Dogma experts have shown up at this point. Normally people who are familiar with this game trickle in around the 1 or 2 hour mark. I'll just do it now. Impulsive. Right. I'm just sort of hoping that this will, heal them both. Those will add you to my favorites. I've been using you fairly constantly. Right, but if I leave, will you both be healed? Please say yes. I would like that very much. Oh, thank goodness. Now the Rift Crystal. Is that a save point? Will I be able to teleport here? With the Wake Stones? The fake Wake Stones? That are only usable in this area? Possibly. Right, but I will have to remember that that is there. That is a very useful location. Yeah, don't worry, Zuma, not Nico. I know very well how dangerous fall damage is in this game. Oh, chest. Steel beak. Right, now, Zuma, please tell me that this is something you can use. I don't think you've had a new piece of equipment since I gave you your class, and you're probably pretty underpowered. Why can't you use this? Let me take a look at equipment. Here's Zuma. He's supposed to be able to use great swords and hammers, right? That's what you use. Yeah, he's not gotten a new weapon since I gave him his class. Right. After the next boss, I'm going to get Zuma some new gear. He's been wearing the same stuff for far too long. I think he's still wearing mid-game equipment while I'm currently dealing with post-game content. Ooh. Your little caster spheres? Mini beholders? Ow. Aggressive little things, huh? Yeah, these are just mini beholders. Alright. Oh, hello, Saurian. Oh, that was a weak Saurian. I was supposed to be in post-game content. Already done. Don't worry. Why are the enemies here so weak? Far weaker than normal. Secret? Secret? Illusory wall? No, nothing. Just a hole. I suppose that's supposed to be telling me there can be holes in grates. Is that just a tutorial hole? Oh, I have so much bitter black here. Don't want to deal with these leeches. Oh. I'm not a big fan of insects. And grubs even less so. Right, there's gonna be grubs. Okay. Well, not where I thought they would come from, but, I wasn't mistaken. Come on. That's supposed to auto-target. Really? And they just dropped the bitter black armor? Oh, okay. Oh, no, wait. Got to my inventory in time. That's nice. Have some large nuts. Oh. That was a near full heal. What do you even do? I've not dealt any damage to it. Oh, does it have to kill itself with that? No? Alright then. Is its health pool shared among all encounters? I'd hope so, as otherwise... Ooh. I don't see how it's meant to be beaten. It seemed to be slightly weak to magic. Okay, do I have... What was it? Just use that. Pretty sure... Oh, no. But I'm being slowed, aren't I? Is that not a physical debilitation? Hmm. Turns one to their normal self. Is this a magical debilitation? Oh, I did not mean to use both of them. Nope. Okay, I'm just slowed. It doesn't seem to be a physical debilitation or a magical one. Carrying out foes you have slain may attract even stronger monsters in the area. Ah. That's probably the, these weak saurians are for, is attracting monsters. Just get the tail off so that you're weak now. Oh my. This is a very strong troll. A lot stronger than the one that I killed previously. Right. Need to get the high ground. It's already tall enough to have the high ground just by standing up. Very spooky music. Ed was trapped inside the floor. I wish I wasn't still slowed, you know? Oh my, headshots actually do a lot of damage to you, don't they? Ow. Yeah, that did almost an entire health bar, a single headshot did. Tired. I wish I had more mushrooms. Actually, I think I have mushroom elixirs. That's too much stamina. Didn't want to bother reading the description of it. Maybe it gave me some sort of ill effect, but I don't know. Possibly reduced my damage. He seems to have a lot more health than he did before. Or perhaps just armor. Can't believe I missed my timing there. Normally I'm much better about that. Only got the first charge, but probably worth it to save Zuma's life. I can't believe how much health this thing has. I'm gonna hide. Can you jump up here? Yes. Please don't get frenzied at me. I'm just an archer. I haven't been downing entire health bars with single arrows. What could you possibly be talking about? Okay, that's just a tapestry. Whoa. Hello, Big Saurian. Where'd you go? And why'd you come back? Why now? Ow, of all times. I've not saved in a little while. You know? No wakestone. I need to collect those. I don't just have them to hand out. Well, at least now I know which chest has the mimic in it. And I'm not slowed anymore. Isn't too far back. And see ya. But I will save when appropriate. Oh. These. I thought I might be facing some sort of vampire because of these bats. Doesn't seem like it now, though. Wish there was a quick save button in this game. Alright, it's the chest on the right through there. Right? Right, they're all dead. Blue kite shield. Oh, I actually find it interesting how the loot in this game changes. I just shoot you. Nothing happens. Lovely. Okay. There will be maggots. Or leap worms, whatever they're called. Right. You have a mimic in you, I know it.
Treasure, perhaps?
Alright, one of you opens it.
Go, fiend!
Okay. I'm actually doing some amount of damage to it. But I don't think it'll stay long enough for me to kill it. Maybe there's a chance. No. I actually have no idea how you're meant to beat that thing. You just need to be better. Uma. Did you just die? You trip on something. Alright, well. Time to save again. Just need to save after every single encounter.
Monsters arisen. Ready yourself.
Get rid of these tails prematurely. I don't even need to get rid of the tails.
Monsters arisen. Ready yourself.
I can just shoot him in the head. dead. I think I even missed his head. Or more, I'm fairly certain. Oh, are you still alive? Yes, you're moving like you're alive. Duma, I was being stealthy by standing directly in front of it and charging my bow. But as soon as the big guy shows up, probably going to have a bit more difficulty. Nope. Remember that notification? Is he coming from the same place, or... Oh, nope. But... Nope. That. That. Nope. I feel like my arrows are just doing less damage now for some reason. But because I don't have light on them, it's fire instead. That. I feel like these things were meant to be weak to fire, right? Or maybe it's following Tolkien logic, where these are creatures of the night, rather than beasts. You know how the ogres in The Hobbit turned to stone, exposed to daylight? I'm guessing that's supposed to be why light is more effective against them than fire. Because fire is very much a weakness of beasts in this game. This isn't a beast, then that would make sense why it's not weak to fire. Also, I'd prefer if you stopped charging me. Charge Zuma instead. Alright, but don't kill Zuma, just charge him. Like that. I'm getting the message. Dark, really? That doesn't seem like a good damage type to use against this enemy. Oh, not you know what? I'm out of stamina. I don't think I'll have too much trouble against this enemy until he starts to frenzy. Yeah. I need to lighten my load. Oh my goodness. So close to max. Sorry, Nico, you're gonna be heavy. Yeah, I do actually need this, though. He already has an Alchemist Vest. Since when? I think all of my weight is now in healing items and tools. You know what? Use some special arrows. I don't actually know what the benefit of putting an enemy to sleep is. I'd assume there is one. But I also don't know if that benefit is going to be mitigated by having enemies that will immediately wake the enemy up. with a meteor storm, say. Or is he just going to get sleepy? And not actually fall asleep? Ah. Did you say that? Did the meteor storm just hit an unsuspecting Saurian? Ah. Oh no. Oh, that's pretty good. Zoom out. Up. I really want to fight a golem again. Look, if this were me, I would have had you out of this by now. No appreciation from my allies. Come on. Get it casting. Walk towards it. Alright. Zuma, where are you? Now where's the beholder gone? This game. Ooh. Doing me something. I know there's monsters. That's why I'm charging my shots. You think I was doing this for fun, Zuma? You stop casting like that. Okay, now if I save here, I don't have to fight those again. I can just focus on this forsaken troll. Right, actually, if I save it after I do a little bit of inventory management, I don't have to worry about that either. Right. It's going to give Zuma all of my jewels. Maybe he'll use them. Knows? Maybe he's smart enough to do that. We already know how to kill dragons. We don't need that knowledge anymore. How useless. Alright, again, let's give Zuma some dragon spit. Some bitter black. That's heavy and I don't need it. So much stuff I just don't need. Incredible how quickly my inventory just absolutely fills with garbage. Put on the sleeper arrows. Oh, use them.
Water's fairly deep. Mind your lantern stays dry.
Alright. Yep. Starting to think that's just an excuse to spawn a very high-level troll. Doesn't seem like a random event at all. I wonder if I should be applying these quickly. Like with this. I hit him in the face with this. Yeah, that barely does any damage compared to my charged shot. No, no, don't grab onto the ledge. Grab onto Nico, because he is hurt, and your friend, and needs your help. Nico, can't stay up for 1 minute? Oh. See? That's what happened to me earlier, and nobody saved me. Alright, I was about to say that didn't seem like it did much, but fortunately it did. But I don't think darkness is doing anything to this guy. In fact, it seemed like my attacks were doing literally 0 damage. And when you gave me a light buff, I was chunking entire health bars. It feels like giving me darkness is almost a debuff, Nico. You understand this? Do you know how to fight trolls? Because it doesn't seem like you do. Wish I could request specific buffs from him. That would be nice. He's a bit too focused. Doing nothing. It looked like he was about to give me a light buff. If only. Right. Let's actually see if there's anything I can properly eat in my curatives to regain stamina. Right, there were the polar mushrooms. Great deal of health. My health isn't low. Well, not that low. Not low enough that I can't have some delicious nuts. Recover. And an apple. I can combine this. Ah! I can preserve it. No, I'm going to discard that. Discard that. Yeah, very interesting that this game has perishable food items. Seems like something you don't have in this type of game. to start... Yep. Like I said, he's gonna start frenzying now. Right, I don't know that I'm going to have enough time to, charge shots anymore. He's a bit too wild. Let's try and hit him with the rapid fire. Oh, he's falling victim to frame rate problems. And he has 50 arrows in his face. Which is just amusing looking. Doesn't really help. Oh. Nico, did you aggro an entire pack of lizard men? Oh, jeez. Wow. I picked Zuma up only for him to immediately fall. Oh, I'm not a fan of the fact that there's lizard men. I'm just going to get rid of the lizard men while they're occupying the troll, because I don't want to deal with this right now. Like the troll is actually on his way back up here. Come on, just die quickly. Just die quickly. Minor panic. Oh, he's stuck. I'm not so nice as to not take advantage of this. Okay, I need to time it correctly. There we go. This could take literally forever, actually. Yeah, I don't see his health bar even moving. Oh, what a mean guy, huh? Hello again, Aaron. I'm suffering a little bit, that's for sure. This troll is, proving to be quite the adversary. He keeps one-shotting my party members. He moves very quickly. So it's very difficult for me to land shots on him. And the only thing that actually seems to do damage to him is my charge shot. So I need to use it. And it's only headshots that seem to do anything. Yeah, there we go. See, one charged headshot is enough to, just about drop him half a health bar. But anything other than that deals 0 damage. Ooh, okay. I hope you're doing well, Aaron. Ooh, okay, that's a drop. Oh, I've actually been fairly busy today. When I can't see my own character, it actually makes it very difficult to tell when I have a charged shot. Does it seem... Ugh, he gave me a dark buff again. As far as I can tell, the dark buff actually reduces the damage that I deal to trolls. And the only thing that actually works well with the dark debuff is the rapid fire shot. Okay. Which I have established seems to do nothing to him. It's just charge shots. What I think is actually happening is that trolls in this game are, they're evil creatures, not beasts. I think it's a lot more based on, Lord of the Rings style lore. Because if you have ever read The Hobbit or seen the movies, the trolls in that game are beasts of the night, and their weakness is daylight rather than fire. I think that's actually what's happening with the troll here, is that the dark buff is actually dealing reduced damage to him. Because that's his element. Ooh. Dangerous foe. Alright, yeah, you guys just pick up everything, that's fine. Whoa. Oh, I should save. 100% save. Alright, I'll also take a drink. Ah, it is actually applicable right now. He's just set off to my side. A good boy. This is a petting sponsored by Aaron Yeager. What a good cat. Unfortunately, you can't really see it. But let it be known that he was pet and given affection, and his head curled slightly up to the side, and it looks like he's smiling. As much as a cat can. Jumped a little at that one. Little involuntary convulsion. Uh-oh. I've also encountered, okay. I've encountered one other mimic so far. This better be a secret. That's a sculpture. It's some sort of secret. Alright, let's actually take a look at that. What did I find just now? The item? Haunting graven image infused with a sinister spirit of its creator. Quest item. Okay. I don't believe I've even received the quest that is an item for.
I'll take that.
I've also started opening chests from the back because I am afraid of mimics. And I don't actually know if it works, because I've not yet encountered a mimic that I had to open, or that I thought to open from the back. The only one I found I forgot, and I opened it from the front. And then after that, my ally opened the mimic chest. So I didn't have to, do it myself. Shrine of Futile Truths.
To free the world, yet here I reach my meager end, lost in quiet oblivion.
That seemed a bit quiet. Oh. Not a... Oh. That is a big beholder. Oh, this is blindness. I see. Wondering when this was going to clear. Eyedropper. Okay, well. This is something, alright. Okay. Zuma up. Just as soon as I... Ooh, okay. Zuma up. Ow. Well, I hope it saved just as I entered, because, I don't want to go back any further. Good.
believed myself the one to pair the great cycle,
Okay.
to free the world. Yet here
Hello, Beholder. Gonna get behind this wall. But you can't blind me. Now it's time to take out your tentacles. One of my allies is down. Zuma. It's Zuma. It's always Zuma. Zuma, get back up. Stop being lazy. This is no time to be sleeping on the job. Ooh, you're a big one, aren't you? Try shooting them. Yeah, it works. Do they have a head-to-head shot, though? I think so. Right. Where did... Oh, there'd Nico go. Can I attack that? I can. That has a health bar. It has a health bar, you can kill it. Right, I think I actually should be going after the main body right now. This is a big beholder. This is far larger than the one that I fought earlier. Nope, behind the wall, behind the wall. Ooh. You are dangerous, aren't you? Hmm. Second. I really want... No. Okay. I thought it'd be cool. Come on. Ooh, you have a very pretty eye. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Ow, ow, ow. Wait, what? Why are you even down here? I suppose this isn't too bad of a location to fight it in. Oh! What? Oh, I guess that's why. You want to be able to hit its eyeball when it falls. Very weird seeing a beholder doing physical attacks. It's not something they're known for doing, you know, ever. Yeah, don't worry, Zuma, you'll get over it. Ow, ow. Oh, am I being petrified? I sure am. Fortunately, I defeated a couple of cockatrices on the way here. I've got some cockatrice liqueur, or whatever it's called. What is happening right now? I am worried. Oh, this is the entire ground floor. What status ailment is that inflicting? Come on, Beholder, you're a beast of status inflictments. What are you doing? Oh, Nico. You just climbed up the wall, huh? Okay. Let's get Zuma back up. I know he's almost useless in this fight, but, What do you... Oh. He just eat Zuma? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, good, it's just blindness. He started petrifying my party members. I'd be very cross with him. When it describes the fish as rank, I always think it means they're off, but it just means they smell bad. There's barrels behind me. Possibly my greatest enemy. Oh. No, you don't. Oh, Zuma, when did you get behind me? Did you just teleport? Come on. What are you doing, Beholder? Regrowing tentacles, obviously. You're just looking in the wrong direction, huh? Oh. Let's get those tentacles off. Because I don't like what's happening right now. It seems dangerous. Can you target things accurately with your meteor swarm, please? Alright. Well, they died somehow from something. I get hit by darkness? Okay. Fine, I just need to get to safety. Behind this pillar. It's not actually pitch black, though. I believe I have another eye drop, right? Don't I? Ooh. I definitely need more of these. Yes, eyedropper. One, please. Oh, that's the wrong ability. Ah, what? Oh, one of the tentacles launched an ice spike at me, I suppose. I nearly... Oh no, am I out of potent green swash? Oh, that's the wrong ability. That does a lot of damage, though. Try it again. Why are you two even sitting out in the middle? Hide behind pillars like me. Be smart about this. One, two. Destroy its eyeball. I think it's quite neat how its eye hole is also its mouth. I don't actually remember if that's a traditional design decision for beholders. No, I don't think it is. Now that I'm thinking on it. I'm fairly certain beholders are just mouth and eye, rather than mouth-eye. One, two. Oh, hey Zuma. Fancy seeing you here.
Look at his face, it's like a sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, that's probably the most applicable that one's ever been. One, two. Ow, ow, ow. It also just tracks me wherever I move, so that's fortunate for me. One, two. Alright, I think I'm just going to be sticking with the charge shot. Seems to be far weaker to charged shot than it is rapid shot. Okay, my nose itches. I'm gonna sit here for a little while. There we go. Ow. I thought I'd moved far. Oh, hey, chests. I have... Okay. Alright, I know you two haven't actually been incredibly useful, but you're keeping the small eye stalks off of me. So, you've got that going for you. Oh wait, is it about to breathe poison gas again? No. It's just going up. Okay. Alright. See you, Aaron. Enjoy your meal. I'm assuming since you said fasting is over. Now, please target the tentacles with your meteor swarm, not the invincible thing. Right, and why they run towards it baffles me. Just hide. Hide behind a pillar, like a smart child. You absolute fools. One, two. One, two. Oh, did I miss? Or is it just... Oh, resisting damage. One. There we go. Two. No, I just missed. Probably hit a tooth or something. Two. Ah, blindness again. Alright. Okay. I'm out of eye drops. Is blindness a physical debilitation? Try it. It is not. It is a magical one, maybe. Who knows? It's magic. Right. Right, I can't get caught by any more of those. I don't have more cures. Unless there's some cure-alls lying around. Maybe I gave one to a party member at some point. Two. Oh, you gave me a fire buff. You deemed me worthy. Deal more damage. You know, I need you up. You're the only thing keeping these lesser tentacles off of me. Ooh. Please look my way, Mr. Beholder. Oh. Ow, ow. Please don't affect me. Please don't affect me. Okay, good. Right, if I'm over here... Oh. Right. I have the time to just cut off a tentacle or two. Oh, okay. I could not roll out of the way of that. Because there was just this dumb old tentacle in my way. Get some healing in, why don't we? Yeah, why not? I have a couple of those. I'm surprised I haven't run through my stamina. Alright, I'm just gonna fire rapid shots right... Oh, what? fire some rapid shots. I haven't done that in a little while. I want to see if I can actually light this thing on fire. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe rapid shots is the way to go. Okay. Well, it's a lot more aggressive with its eye beams right now. So, that's unfortunate. It is on its last health bar. Maybe it's just a trigger for it to enter eye beam barrage. Oh, not again. Just a couple more. There. Oh. That's a beholder gone. Oh, what a time-consuming fight. Not necessarily too difficult. Very pattern-reliant. Of course, there's quartz all over the place. What is this, anyways? Looks like the, magic cure-alls.
Be sure we carry an ample store of oil to keep the lantern burning.
Big ol' rift crystal. Alright, and 2 chests. Alright. Better not be mimics, I swear to goodness. Alright, you two, open these. Just in case. Cockatrice liquor? Alright. And wine. I can finally leave. Oh, one more. Open it from behind. Panacea. Ah, Panacea is the cure-all. Does this come out? Corridor of emptiness. It's you.
This place is full to the gills with scraps and materials unseen in the world I knew outside.
Very quiet. You sound like you're whispering.
An alchemist's paradise, this. The smithy's work I do is a product of endless hours, trial and error, but it's time I don't begrudge. My little obsession's half the reason for my wanderings. Could be. The other half is running into strange ones like you, friend. Now, will you have a look? I'll see you don't
Okay. Can I do any of this yet? I still don't have any love in the roughs, whatever those are. I don't have any of the mystery material. Fine. If they're grayed out, I assume that means that I can't do anything with them. Right, I'll manage stored items again once I, what is it? Talk to the lady. Rats in a chest. I have a feeling if I try and open that chest, he might yell at me. This seems like that type of game. I wonder if he's actually meant to be some sort of supernatural entity. Let me take a look at the map. I'd like to look at a larger map of the entire area. Ah, it's the Grim Reaper again. Hey there, buddy. Welcome back, Maury. How do you do with headshots? Okay. Please don't come near me, though. I watched your live stream earlier. It was very good. You sang well. typically don't listen to rap, but your music's pretty good. Please don't be near me. I'm afraid. Oh no. What if I'm just meant to run away? Run from death? Because that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, there's nothing here. Ah, please don't shine your light on me. Okay, goodbye, death. Nice seeing you. Big fan of your work. Right, well. Actually, if that is death, they didn't do a very good job. These are all zombies. Most things don't like being set on fire. Oh, you're a strong one, aren't you? Look like a banshee, perhaps. Yep. That is what that is. Any rift crystal? No. No rift crystals. Oh well. I have no idea where I am. I just want to go back to the start so that I can get my equipment appraised. Fulgurious Lord Tome, oh my. You're a large skeleton. You must have come from a large person. Unless you were magically enhanced after the fact. Right. Holy light, whatever, just hit it. To do everything myself. I can check in a second. It's the bow that I got from defeating Grigori. I don't remember what it's called, though. I really need to get my pawn some better... Oh, Nico. Let's see, what bow is it? Dragon's Blink. Only level 1 right now. This is also my first time playing the game, so I'm unaware of any meta builds or special strategies that I should be using. Here. Oh, are those all gargoyle? Or are they just bat-looking people? Other gargoyles, I don't want to deal with that at all. There's gauntlets. Oh. I just want to find my way back to the start of the level. I'm so overburdened right now. Oh. You don't look friendly. Unless you are friendly, and I don't know it. I'm gonna gamble on it, though. Oh. You changed color, didn't you? Get a better boo. Alright. I'll take your word for it. Unfortunately, I don't know what a moonbeam gem is, nor where I would have to trade that in for a better bow. Ah, they're fire saurians. I see. Very hard to get an angle on your tail. Let me just get in close. Ow, ow. Okay, getting in close hurts. Never mind. I'm just gonna stay at a distance like I normally do. Do I have any healing items left? Wrong rush, there we go. No, no. Stay far away from me. Okay. Looks like stuck with headshots for now. This one does not want to turn around. Oh. If only I had eyes of my own. Nico, you don't have very many ice elemental spells. Oh. Yeah. Give you some distance to work with. No, 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 no. Right. Let's just try some other different attacks. Right, no. Seems like Charge Shot is still the most effective thing I have. Right, whatever. Charge Shot it is, then. 1, 2. Wake up, Zuma. We've got a fire lizard to kill. Warrior's Respite? Okay. Well, I will see about that, then. It said bait meat. I don't want to even pick that up. Oh, this is probably a setup for something strong to attack me. Actually, you know what? I've been picking up these lift stones constantly. I need out of wherever I am. As I have delved far too deep into this dungeon. Ooh. Bait meat is good? Oh, okay. I feel like this, and the camera up? Okay.
In my questing, I came to this place, yet the will of some other entity took hold of me and...
I just sort of assumed that if I picked up the bait meat, I'd get attacked by the strong creatures that are lurking around the area.
But theirs... beyond that is still a haze.
Alright. Can you appraise the 50 pieces of gear that I picked up?
The truth remains that if I...
Yeah. Right, let's do a novelty then. Expediting papers. I don't actually know what that means. The time required to forge items in the Black Cat. I've never had to forge items before. It's never taken time either. Alright. Well, let's keep going. Most expensive items first, why not? Rested arm guards. Those don't seem particularly good. Just do them all at the same time, why not? Yeah, I have enough. Okay, that's probably good. Epileptic. Virtuoso. That might actually be pretty good. Knockdown power. Somehow. Duskmoon Tower, Vault of Defiled Truth, Gutter of Misery, Warrior's Respite. Oh, I've actually been to the Warrior's Respite, I think. Fighter's Ring.
The truth remains that it pray. Take care.
The Warrior's Respite has a, what is it, a pool in it. A little fountain for healing. Because if that is the place, then I've been there before. Yes, okay. I thought the name sounded familiar. Alcove above Barak. Desk behind the bookcase, okay. Okay, so I need to find... Or is it the guy who is in here that can rarefy things so that I can give him all of my excess junk? Oh, yes. But also, I need to take a look at rings. So I'm still wearing these nails that I got at the beginning of the game. You didn't put them in my inventory. That's irritating. They went straight to storage. What is this door? Have I not... Did I not see this? This looks familiar. Yes, I've been here before. Fairly certain I have. Unless it's just an identical room to somewhere that I've already been to. Which would not surprise me. Yes, this is identical. Maybe there weren't spiders here in the other room. Oh. A kept fish. Useful. Oh yes, this is different. This was just an alcove in the previous one. Oh. This place is a maze. Up. Up. Alright, get off of him. I might have... Let's see, I'm assuming that the gem... Or would it be materials? I don't have it on me. Check my thralls. No, not there. I don't see anything that would look like a gem. Key items? Nope. Don't see it. I suppose I just missed it when I was there before. I'll have to find my way back. The green gem? Oh. Oh, what have I stumbled into now? Alright, well... I don't think that's the way that I was trying to go, so... Oh, I just missed a chest, I suppose. Resped sauce, alright. Oh, right. Stamina.
Oh, you're right, master.
Yep, I'm fine. Let me just roll my way back. Because rolling doesn't take stamina for some reason. Alright, let's see if I can run past these wargs. Or roll past them as it happens to be. Where did I... Right, this way. Just keep going. Nothing can stop me when I combat roll through areas. I swear there was just a... Well... Not to do but run right now. I've been here before. Right? Duskmoon Tower. Okay, I've made it to the start. Wait, where's the... Alright. Vault of Defiled Truth. Okay. I think... Ooh, the first place I went to... Was this door? Is this the vault? I'll see once I go in. Oh. Nope, Word of Regrets. Alright. I really need to dump my inventory. How about you? Are you the Vault of Defiled Truth? Yes, here we go. Okay. Oh, and it's already cleared out. I suppose since I've already been here. Unless, nope. Not quite cleared out. I remember this as well. I know there was a mimic in here somewhere, I'm fairly certain. There's a cockatrice in this room? Yes. Okay, and I think it's just the door that's straight ahead here, so... Ignore this combat encounter. Am I in the gutter? I sure am. It should just be right up here. Ah, Warrior's Respite. Here we are. Ah, yep. This is a hole that I missed before. Oh, it's you!
I was an apothecary
Oh,
before becoming an Arisen.
this was also someone that I was looking for.
Coin mixing potions. This
Mhm.
pot. Now, will you have a look? I'll see you don't regret it.
Yeah, I missed this area. Alright,
What'll it be then?
let's get rid of all of the materials. I'm not a mage, so I probably won't need mage's shoes. Rid tools. I have a lightweight pickaxe now, so my normal one can go away. What can I store? I think I need that. Oh! Jewel of Health. That's not it. I'm always carrying far too much and I never know what I can actually get rid of. There. I haven't figured out what that is for. Probably because I carry every single curative I ever find with me.
What'll it be then?
Oh, I also need to get rid of all of the stuff on my brawls. Yeah, he's not using those jewels, is he? Alright. Materials. Just spam my way through that. I doubt I need to hold on to any of these materials. Need extra carrying space on my thralls. Right. And a whole bunch of armor that he's not using. These can get gone. Right. One more thrall. Come on now, Bar. You can do this. Oh. Right.
Wouldn't it be? No, no dying now.
Above a bookcase. Okay, it was behind him, you said.
Seems something's written.
Ah. Up here? Ah. Moonbeam gem. Found it. Ah. Alright. Take a look at it. It is a key item. Ah! I remember this, because I made fun of the fact that it seems odd that you know exactly what item is used to unlock it. How does the player character know what a Moonbeam gem is? I'll just leave those there. I never use consumable items anyways. Oh, are you a mimic? You could be. Oh. Just another gear. Oh, I should also go pull those rings that I got out of storage. Hello.
You can. I don't. Well, now, will you have a look? Wouldn't it be then?
Okay, so. Which of these are the good ones? Flare resistance and drenched? No. Maximum health and magic defense? That could be useful. I'll take it. Strength. Oh no, I'm sort of a dexterity character, right? I don't actually know what stats are in this game. Lockdown power and curse resistance. Health and silence resist. I'm not a fighter, actually, but I do have a fighter companion. I don't know that he even has those skills. Right, that's fine.
Now, will you have a look? No dying now.
Yep, I'll do my best, mutton chops. Gosa ring. Oh, equip. Oh, right. Equipment's in this separate menu. I don't need that. Weird ball snails. Oops. What mistake have you made? Ah. Duskmoon Tower. Yeah. Right. So then I suppose I should make my way back there then. But I can actually kill things efficiently. I remember it was back in the main room, so I'll head there. But in case you have any corrections for your information, I will let those come through. It'll take me a while to get back anyways, so not like I'm pressed for the information. It's not a dangerous area either. Hey, chest. Rift crystal's nice. Oh. Oh. Nico's dead. That's unfortunate. Alright, I'm in the Duskmoon Tower now. 3 doors. I think it's this door, right? Directly across from the door unlocked by the first void key. No. The void key was in the center. I'm stopping. I'm gonna go back to the door that I came out of, which was this one. Three doors, directly across from the door. Door. Where's the door? Isn't the center, right? Fairly certain. Is it across this way? I remember there was a door over this side. Center? Ah, that door? Right there? Oh, just chests hanging around. Ah, yep. It's got a door. A little gem hole on it. Right then. Oh. Right. Dragon's Glaze. We are. Interesting that it's just a bow in here as well. It's actually slightly worse than my bow. It's got better magic, but I don't use magic. Or does it do magic damage instead? I'll equip it since I went through all the trouble to find it. Yeah, it's not upgraded. Alright, well. I suppose back to Warrior's Respite then to upgrade it. If I can find a better way. I've just sort of been wandering these dungeons. Very confused as to where to properly go. I wonder if this bow will actually be easier to upgrade than the other one that I was using. Because I hadn't even seen most of the materials necessary to upgrade it. Oh. I'll take these, since they respawned. I think the man was actually through here as well. Name Bayas something. Those are ghosts. Oh no, this was a dead end, I'm fairly sure. Take a look at the map. Yeah, this was a dead end. What else to do? Oh. Where's these snakes? Oh. I don't think I even wanted to pick those up. Just gonna leave that chest. And stay there. But what is through this door that I tried to open earlier? Oh, it's just a door. Lead anywhere? Ah. Yes. So, I'm assuming that there's only one Moonbeam gem, and that door does not have a bow behind it. Alright, well, back into the main dungeon, I'm fairly sure. Time to just mad dash my way back to Warrior's Respite then, so that I can get my pawn back. Should I try and go fight some dragons to see if I can get it easily dragon forged then? Seems like a decent plan. I don't know. Yep, okay. Just upgrade my stuff. And get it to +1. May as well. I have excessive money. What do I need for things that I don't have and have never seen before?
Now, will you have a look? No dying.
I'll do my best. And I can get Nico back. Right, Nico, where are you at? I'm too used to him to get any new pawns. There we go. Nico,
Can I be of
rejoin me, please.
I am honored.
Thank you. He's also just very strong. He's the first pawn I saw. I just picked him up and I've been rolling with him ever since. Probably other ways to play this game, but the only thing I've been doing, so...
When jumping down a ledge, judge well.
Yep, I know. I'm very familiar with how fall damage works, you don't have to remind me. Back into this area. Alright, I'm just gonna run, once again. Ow. Yep, I know there's Saurians here, and I know there's mini beholders. I've already killed them, and I've already spawned the troll. But I'm just going to run. So I don't need to deal with that. First dragon in Duskmoon Tower. Okay, well, where's the rancid bait then? I was close to it. Oh. Futile truths? Oh, this was where the beholder was. Did the beholder respawn? No. Good. Oh. I don't think I could have dealt with fighting that beholder a second time. Also, thanks for sticking around and giving me so much advice. I've noticed that if I play this game long enough, eventually someone who knows this game will show up and tell me everything I'm doing wrong. It's typically pretty helpful. Dragon's Dogma community is fairly polite, as I have discovered. I think it was Corridor of Emptiness. Right, okay, yeah, he was here previously, but now he's gone. But I don't have any qualms about opening this chest anymore.
I'll take that.
Greedy of you to take that, but alright, that's fine. This door. I haven't been in here before, I don't think. But this... Something strong can be sensed from the stone. It appears the memories of someone has been etched. Something couldn't finish. Can I read that again?
Interesting.
55%? Oh, that's better than, I don't know, a lesser number.
Through this door lies a path to the surface.
Okay. I will open it then. You're black. Ah. Can I kick down a ladder? Open a shortcut? Oh, no. It's just somewhere that I could have gone all along. Okay. That's fine. Well, at least I know it's here, though. Back in. Okay.
Through this door lies a path to the surface.
I'm assuming finding that stone also... Oh, you're back. Hello. I don't need your services right this moment. Oh, and this is a peaceful area. I have unlimited stamina in there.
The dark grows more oppressive.
Okay, right. And this is where the Grim Reaper just popped up out of nowhere. Doesn't look like they're coming back, though. Ooh, it has fancy-looking arrows as well. That's nice.
Take care, you are soaked in water.
Did... Oh, Nico just fell into the brine, okay. They're probably dropping some useful loot, but they're also zombies, so I doubt they can have anything too useful on them. But it's not worth comedically knocking them over the edge of the wall for. Oh, but they are dropping rift crystals. I suppose that's something worth taking. Let's just hit you with some normal arrows. Come on. There we go. Wasn't much to triumph over, really, Zuma. They're just zombies. Anything useful back here? Coin pouch. Sconce. Thought it was a scone for a second. It'd be a very moldy scone to be back here. Come on. Okay, I'll just climb the ladder normally. Have fun jumping onto the ladder for me, I suppose. Oh. Ooh, I only spawned one at a time last time I came here. Hopefully that's not going to be too much trouble. Zuma? Please tank for me. Yes, but I don't have blunt damage. I'm an archer, Zuma. At least I do a lot of magic damage now. Jeez. Wrong arrow. No, you're supposed to attack Zuma. The skeleton dropped a skeleton key. I don't think that's what that means, game. It was a fun joke, though. Oh. Don't worry, Zuma. I got him. Wait, where'd Nico go? Okay, Nico just died then. I swear he's useful some of the time. Okay, so the bait meat was through here. It was just off to the left. Oh, right. I don't know how well I'm going to do in this area without Nico. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the answer is very well. I can see that, Zuma. You don't have to tell me. Fun. I don't know if I'll hit this one. Big if. I think there's damage fall off at range. I don't seem to be doing quite so much damage as I normally do. Maybe I was just missing the headshots. Dun. Dun. Right, there's the chest. And you should have bait meat in you, right? Rancid bait meat. Turned rancid. Is it because I left the chest open? Oh. How about you? Do you have bait meat? Oh, balmy perfume. Blast arrow? I have a couple of blast arrows. Around 20 of them at this point. Tend not to use special arrow types, so I've got plenty saved up. Oh, I didn't want to jump up there. Oh. See if I can one-shot these. Yep. Ah, mistimed that. Right, don't die in there, Zuma. Okay, I think I'm probably dealing magic damage to these. And I assume you can buy most of the equipment in this game. But I'm typically not one for planning ahead. Why Zuma's still alive? He looks like he should be very dead. A bit bad about abusing the AI right now, but also not really. One, two. One, two. Ah, level 50. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Pat on the shoulder, please. Okay, let's just shoot him normally. Can't have that much health, right? Alright. Seems like everything except the charge shot is doing literally nothing to him. One, two. Right. Bloodstained parapet. Ooh. Sounds fancy. Like this smoky atmosphere. Although, were I to be here myself, I feel like I'd probably hack up a lung. Ooh, hello. Is there anything over here? Not really. What are you? Void key. Huh. Another one. I haven't actually come across a, another door with a void lock on it. Oh! Oh hey, it's the dragon. Is this the dragon that you were telling me about? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. What was I doing right? Blast arrows. Oh. This might actually be one of the reasons that I'm so heavy. Blast arrows weigh a ton. Ow. That hurt. Quite a considerable amount. Let me get a good shot on your chest, please. Wish I had Nico. It's the only reason that I can really fight dragons. Alright, well, that landed a pretty good stun. One, two. I don't seem to be doing too much damage now. One, two. Oh, Zuma. I did quite a lot of damage at the start, but, Ooh. seems a bit resistant right now. No. Oh, I'm trying. Oh, what? Ow. I think I might just be underleveled for this. If I had to guess. What? No, strike the purple, right? Not the head. Ah, that... I don't know. There's a big purple glowing weak spot on its chest. Two. Alright. Yeah, it's going a bit better. Ah, ha, ha. Ooh. Ah! That didn't look like it dealt very much damage. Sort of looked like you grazed me ever so slightly. Ow. Oh. I don't anticipate this ending well. I'm gonna be honest. Zuma. Ah, ha, ha. Oh, and now I'm dead. Okay. Not using wake stones, I need to collect those. Let's see where it puts me. Oh, all the way back here. This is unfortunate. Oh, okay, I thought it would stand back up. On 2. Alright, I'll make sure to save after each combat encounter, like I should be. Two. One. Two. Come on, poke your head out. 2. 1. 2. 1. 2. Stop standing near it, Zuma. You're gonna die. Ah. Oh, I'm tired now. Ow! I need to take damage from this enemy. I'm barely making do as it is. I'm gonna die. Why is this one so much tougher? Oh, no. Please don't. Okay. Amicia. Oh no. It's not bait anymore. Oh, that's unfortunate. Hope this means I'll still encounter that dragon. Oh. It's interesting. Alright. I'm so out of shape. Let's see what's in the chest. Just casually looting. Oh, gear level 2. No casting. Bad. One, two. One, two. Oh, right. Oh, stamina is so hard to manage in this game. Ah, not really. I'm just not very good at paying attention to it, I suppose. One, two. Right, I think that was everyone. Oh. All of the ranged ones, anyways. I think the melees started running towards our location. Not to do, but go and meet them. Stop shooting webs. You gross bugs. Oh, yep, here they come. Not quite far in... Alright. Zuma, are you following me at all? No? Maybe if I move far enough, he'll teleport to me. Come on, Zuma. Oh. Oh, hello. What's my rank? I am the highest rank with this. Okay. I think they're just all aggroed on Zuma. That's why they're being weird. I suppose I'll just never do this encounter fairly. I do have tenfold fury. Right here. But as you can see, it's doing less damage than my charged shot was. I tend to use it situationally. Charged shot is usually just a better option. It's more stamina efficient. It's harder to hit a lot of the time. But it's safer most of the time, really. Oh, Zuma, you finally teleported to me. Did I freeze him? What is this guy's health? What is happening? Why can't I kill you? Right. I'm going to save. And hopefully I can get a dragon to attack me again. Even if I don't have the bait. Presenting calculation. I'll take your word for it. Right. Save once more.
I gave Oblivion sword to this cause, and for what?
Yep. Alright. Take two. Alright, so. Last arrow. Ooh. Zuma, you are not doing too well, are you? Ah! Oh, I thought it would get caught on that terrain. Alright, but apparently not. Right. No, that's not what I wanted. I am actually getting to around the point where I was planning on ending for today. So, if I die again to this, or even if I don't die to this, it'll probably end there. Where's the full heal that I have? Salapracious Blue. I need a clear shot at your chest, or else I'm wasting these blast arrows. Ah! Zuma's being more trouble than he is help. Ah. Yeah. That was a charge shot. Or not a charge shot, that was the full shot. My charge shots were just doing more damage. Ooh, oh no. Ow. Okay. Well. I'm definitely thanks for all of your help, K-Spot. Wait, how do I properly pronounce that? Kasparod? But I'm afraid that's going to be the end of my stream. I've been going for 3 hours. I went for around 6 hours yesterday, so... Yeah, thanks for stopping by and with all of the advice you've had. It's been a real help. Well, that's gonna do for me. I'm gonna end there for today. Thanks to anyone and everyone who came by. Aaron was here earlier. But I believe they've left for a while. Yeah, been a good day. Don't think I'll raid. Not too many people in stream today. Not really anyone to raid for me. So, yeah, that's about it. Thanks everyone for being around. Time to bid you all adieu. Good day.